Hey, what's up guys, how's it going on? Thank you so much for clicking the video. I'm Ayrus and welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and this is again a new deck over here. I don't know what to name it at this point. It'll definitely be up in the title for this coming video. So we do have the Elite Barbarians, the Giant Skeleton, Dark Prince, which over here as the main cards that actually do the most of the damage. But then we also have these three that just do the damage just in case they're actually coming in really strong. Then these three will really come in handy. So I'll be going ahead and explaining you what each card has to do with this deck itself. So the one thing you actually have to keep in mind is that you don't actually have any spells that actually will take down I mean to say like rocket or a fireball or something like that actually does damage. You just have to rely on the troops itself. I would not recommend you do this actually, but then if you don't want the clone spell, you can actually replace it. But then the clone spell is definitely going to come in handy if you're actually going to put in the giant skeleton. If you're actually going to put the clone spell on the giant skeleton, if it just clones that up near the tower, that tower is definitely going to go down. So let's just get into some replays and let me just explain you this deck, how easy and awesome this deck is all by itself. Okay, in for what the first replay over here. So we have the Elite Barbarians. Now I would not recommend anyone to go ahead with the Elite Barbarians all by themselves. You definitely want to keep that as a surprise. Make sure that you're actually hunting for it, and suddenly put in the Elite Barbarian that is completely unexpected. So we're actually going to put in that, and then put in the Goblin Gang over here as well. The Prince over there you can actually see did a huge amount of damage over here. So you can put in the Elite Barbarian on either side, will probably do the damage. You can probably put in the Giant Skeleton as well. These guys actually put in the bats over here, so the Wizard is actually going to go down. Now the fact that I don't have really good Dark Prince, but I still can do a decent amount of damage with him all by himself. So you definitely need to have a good level of that Dark Prince over here. So I just have level 2, but then any level will probably do it because he's a happy card, probably be any good, although he's in a low level. So again, we're gonna go in from the other side. It's really easy, you guys. We probably didn't let this guy do any damage at all, and that's really sad. So put in the Dark Prince. He does not has any troop to actually put down, so you don't want to clone in when the Dark Prince is actually attacking. So you see the Dark Prince probably didn't do much of a damage. He just brought it to 1400. So keep that in mind, that we don't have Inferno Dragon and something like that, so you definitely cannot be putting that. So I put in the Prince is actually going to die, but then this tower for sure is going to go down. You see so many of troops coming in right at that same spot, but then it's actually going to be really bad for him, because I'm going to go ahead and start over with a big push. The fact that he actually wishes in a lot of elixirs, you can actually see he's again dropped in the Wizard as well. The Wizard will probably do just a bit more damage. We're gonna put in the Dark Prince to defend against that. So he's actually brought to 1652. So we're actually gonna put in the Elite Barbarians, because he actually put in Minion Horde, and then that's actually 5 elixir that is actually spent. So put in the Goblin Gang over here, and that tower is for sure down. The Elite Barbarian did do some crazy bit of damage over here. So the Prince is actually going to do some attacking over there, but then they just need 1193, and I'm actually going to go in from this side itself. The fact that we're actually taking the second tower, I'd highly recommend you go for the second tower rather than going in for the main tower itself, because it's much lower in hit points. You can do so much more better compared to just going in for the main tower over there. So the Wizard, you see, did so much damage, but then he has a rocket. He just needs 677. It's pretty much game over. I'm gonna just put in the Giant Skeleton over here, and although it is overtime, although it couldn't actually would have taken the second tower, probably cannot take these many cards down in the overtime session. So we probably got that victory on this one. So 2-star for just okay. So here is the second replay over here. So we again have the Prince and the Giant Skeleton. That's really nice. We can actually start over with dropping in the Prince, and then you can probably put in the Giant Skeleton as well. So the strategy is, if you actually are going to put in the Giant Skeleton, you actually need to make sure that you're actually getting in an area splash as well. So you see the witch over here is being dropped, and the prince is actually attacking the witch. That's really nice. But then the witch again is going to do area splash to clear down any troops that actually is for supposed a spawner. The witch is actually going to do some crazy bit of damage. So again, the witch is being attacked. We don't have the zap spell, so that's really unfortunate. But then the first heart is going to go down. Just see these guys do so much damage over here. So I'm gonna put in the Electro Visit right on them, pretty much get them to one-shot hit from that tower. So we probably did do a really good move over here by taking in that tower almost down by 294. He's just going to drop in maybe Elite Barbarian or something like that to just take that down. So if there's something like this, you can actually put in one at each side. It'll actually do a lot. And they probably have to break up their push. It's not gonna work out. You see, they have to put in on both sides, because even though they actually if they think to actually ignore one, they're definitely gonna have a hard time dealing with that. So they definitely at any cost cannot ignore an Elite Barbarian. He's gonna pay them for whatever thing they're ignoring it for. So make sure you're actually putting it right in the middle. They're actually going to go in from both sides. So it's again going to break up the push as well as do really great on both the sides. It's actually going to make sure that we're actually getting in at least a decent amount of hit points being taken down. So we have a big minion horde over here, so we're actually done at this point. We're going to put in the Elite Barbarian, and it's pretty much going to actually do some damage over here. So we have the Sparky over here, we have the Electro Visit, the Elite Barbarians are locked on, and the Elite Barbarians are going to take it down over there. Just one more shot and probably couldn't. Oh my goodness. So we're actually going to put in the Dark Prince over here to do some damage to the Golem, and then we're actually going to put in the Giant Skeleton right over there, or I just put in the bits to do that. So the first side is going to go down because we don't have so many troops to actually deal with on this side. So we're actually going to put in the Electro Visit and deal with that, and then we are actually going to put in the Goblin Gang to deal with the Visit over here. So it's a really big push this guy we actually came up with, but then I know this guy is not going to allow me. He's going to put in Golem and then start over defending all by himself. So we're actually going to put in that. See the amount of troops he's actually going to drop in. He's never going to let me do that. But then if you're coming across this kind of situation, you probably want to drop in the Goblin Gang team, because they're actually going to have spare goblins, and it's pretty much over because he's spending the minion horde over here. Just one more throw, 2 throws from the spare goblins, and they pretty much did it, although the Giant Skeleton is pretty much there having the bomb over there. So we got the 2-star victory, and it's pretty simple. So there you see, guys, that's how this deck actually works. The Elite Barbarian, of course, should be kept as a surprise. You don't want to just go in really aggressive by just dropping in the Elite Barbarians up in the first. You want to make sure they're actually going in with a different strategy. But then if you don't have any of the cards from the Elite Barbarian itself, then just drop in the Elite Barbarian and give him a big surprise. You probably cannot help it anymore. So if you're actually putting in the Giant Skeleton, make sure you're actually combining it with the Witch, because the Giant Skeleton, if he is coming across spawners, then the Witch is actually going to take them all down. Alternatively, you can actually put in the Princess as well. She'll do really great. Dark Prince, of course, can do some Aero Splash, but then he only does Aero Splash to ground. So these two are the one that you actually want to count on. So that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you use this, make sure you try it, and give it a try, and just see how it's gonna end up. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Also subscribe to the channel for Clash of Clans or Clash Royale content. Make sure you click on the bell notification icon to get notified when Clash of Clans or Clash Royale content. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayrus, and I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, goodbye.